Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Before we get into the next video, if you like the information or content, if this is your first time here, click on that subscribe button, hit that little bell icon, that way you get notified when I post new videos. Or you can click on that little picture of me and my beautiful wife down in the corner, probably somewhere around my helmet, and that'll get you subscribed too. And with that being said, let's get down to it. Just like the title says, DoorDash Scam can cost you dollars or deactivation. And it sucks. It doesn't matter what gig you're doing. There's always and I'm just gonna say it the way it is. There's always gonna be some asshole out there that's gonna try to cheat the system and file bullshit reports and complaints and what have you. I'm glad I got my channel set to over 18. So I had a $84 order for McDonald's. That's a lot of food. I made the delivery, I dropped it off, I texted the customer, told them where I'd left the order, and I left. About 45 minutes later, I get a text from DoorDash, and the customer is filing a false complaint stating that they never got their food. So I drove back to the house, which at that point I was about 13 miles away, but I was pissed off because I wasn't about to let somebody call me a liar, especially when I know that it went to the right address and I did exactly what they wanted me to do because I had the texts and the GPS and everything to prove it. So I drove all the way back, went back to the house, took a picture of the address, took a picture of where I said I had left the food and how I described it. Food was gone, except I couldn't get very close because the metal gate that wasn't closed when I first did delivery was closed, and of course the food was gone. So I emailed that over to DoorDash and told them check my GPS, verify the address. Here's a photo of the address. Look at my texts. These are the chairs I was talking about, and you can see that the food's gone. And fortunately for me, it worked out, and that was the end of it. But you know, people are gonna again try to find ways to cheap out, and they don't give a shit what happens to you as a delivery person because for the most part, a lot of people just think, they'll just write it off, no big deal. Well, that's the furthest thing from the truth. We are responsible for what we do. We have, we signed up to perform a task and we need to do it. So part two is to simply, and I know it's a pain in the ass because I have a mount for my phone in my car. And if I have, my hands are loaded with food, it's kind of hard to grab the phone. But bear with me. Take your phone out of the car, put it in your back pocket or whatever. Walk up to the address where you're delivering the food and deliver it. And because a lot of people, from what I've seen on DoorDash, don't want to have that interaction, which is a good thing. At least those, there are some people that are following the stay-at-home and the social distancing orders, but they don't want you to knock. They just want you to leave the food and take off. Send them a text and let them know it's there. And that's where the problem comes in. If you're going to make a delivery and you're not going to have contact with the customer, send them a text stating that the delivery was made, where you put it, take a picture of where you left the food, and take a picture of the house and address. And then send it with a text that says your delivery is here. Because it's going through the app that you're on for whatever delivery service you happen to be driving for at that particular point in time. And it's kind of hard to file a false complaint if there's a text in your phone that shows your address and the food in front of your house. But people are going to try, and it's a very difficult time for everybody, and we're all struggling as rideshare drivers, as delivery drivers, what have you. And in LA County, our stay-at-home orders just got extended till May 15th. And a couple of videos back, I had mentioned that this COVID-19 coronavirus, the words you're not supposed to say on YouTube, is just starting to ramp itself up. Well, this week was supposed to be the peak, and now they're saying that that can continue into next week. So I'm guessing it's probably going to be extended till June, based on what I've seen, what I've read from the medical people that I deal with. And we're going to be stuck in this for a while. And if you are heavily reliant on these gigs, then you need to do everything you can to cover your ass, because people are still going to try to find a way to manipulate the system and screw you over. And we are expendable. So that's pretty much all I can say. I'm so more in tune with rideshare and the medical stuff that this is a whole new realm for me. It's something that is out of my comfort zone, and I have to thank Rideshare Lisa for doing that. And she's a great friend. She's a moderator on my live streams, and she's the one that got me out of my comfort zone and started doing the deliveries with DoorDash, and I enjoy it. I'm actually doing about the same on slow nights as I would when I was doing rideshare, yet I'm putting less miles on my vehicle. I'm not in contact with people as much. They're not getting into my car, and I don't have to worry about someone getting sick or all the hodgepodge bullshit that we have to go through as rideshare drivers. And I'm putting less miles on my vehicle. I'm using less gas, and I'm staying local. So it's not bad. And if you haven't checked out Rideshare Lisa's channel, check it out. She is all about delivery gigs, and she's got a lot of good information, and so much to the point that it's what got me involved. And you got to see her Subaru. She did a video where she shows everything in the back, and it looks like a freaking office. It's really nice. So check out Rideshare Lisa. She's got a lot of good content. I do believe Uberman Tampa is doing deliveries also. Check out UMT. Good guy. And again, a lot of good information. But again, we're locked down for another month now. And like I said earlier, I'm guessing it's probably going to go till at least June. And even at that point, everything's not going to open up, and things are not just going to come back overnight. And I've seen a lot of videos about that, and I'm going to have to call bullshit. I'm sorry. This is a really rough time, and things are not going to snap back as quickly as we would like them. They will eventually, I truly believe they will eventually get back to where we were prior to COVID-19 and all these lockdowns and stay-at-home orders and so on and so forth. But with everything being closed down, it's tough, and for those that are following the orders, great. But there are those that aren't. And you found that out 2 videos ago when I did a social experiment, and I got a lot of flack for that. But let's get back to this. When you're doing deliveries, cover your ass. Take pictures, leave text, make sure you can get as much information as possible to prove that you did what you were supposed to do. And that way, these idiots that are trying to cheat the system can't, and you're covering your ass, because, again, this is going to go on for a while. And a lot of us are reliant on this extra income. And now more than ever, we really, really have to cover our asses, and we have to do it. We have to dot all the T's and cross all the I's and make sure everything is done by the book, or somebody like this idiot with the McDonald's order is going to try to screw you over. And if you don't have enough information to back you up, we're expendable. So again, with that being said, I'm going to leave it there. Check out Rideshare Lisa. Check out Uberman Tampa. Great information. And as always, be safe, be professional, keep it real, and deliver on. Or drive on. But that's it. Till next time, be safe.